Yo guys, I wanted to talk to some of you guys about some things, and yeah, I'm just gonna start it out by saying I used to be a really big pothead. I used to smoke weed a lot, but I had gotten into a band. I play guitar, as you all know. This is my guitar playing channel for music terms and whatnot. But um, what happened is I had developed anxiety problems from spice, otherwise known as K2, but I don't know if it's exactly from that. It might have been weed itself, because the first time I actually smoked real weed, I had developed anxiety, and it was a bitch. I was laying on that bed back there, literally able to control my heart rate. Like I can hear it speed up if I wanted to speed up. I could look at the television and notice that the volume was. I could change the volume around. In other words, I can make the volume go low or high with my mind rather than the remote control, which is really fucking weird, needless to say. Obviously, I'm pretty sure all you guys are probably thinking I'm insane at this point, but um, after that, I had a panic attack from spice. No, not spice, I'm sorry. I had a panic attack from marijuana. Otherwise, this specific strain was called White Widow. I was smoking it with a few friends of mine, and it was so bad that I was rushed to the emergency room. I thought I was going to die and whatnot, and I know it's just a panic attack. Shouldn't think that way, but it was severe. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even sleep that whole entire night, so the morning after that I was brought to the emergency room, and I was diagnosed with anxiety and drug abuse, the usual crap. And basically, they prescribed me something known as Valium, 5 milligrams. They didn't prescribe it, they just gave it to me. They just, here you go, here's 5 milligrams of Valium, take them, and we're going to make sure you're not allergic to it, so sit in our little waiting room. So I did, and I felt way better after that. I felt amazing. I was just I feel good. And when I stood up, it felt like the gravity was pulling me to the ground and shit. I was like, wow, this is a pretty nice buzz. I'm digging this. I was like, I kind of want to, experiment around with this. I didn't think it was going to give me any hallucination problems like I was having with weed. I mean, when it came to weed and the panic attacks, I, at first, I felt a rush of warmness run through my entire head, down my arms, down to my legs. I didn't know what to do. Okay, and then after that, my hearing disappeared and my vision started to slowly fade away. And I started seeing red and blue floaters. Floaters are usually something like if you were staring into a computer screen real hard or concentrate real hard on the sky or something like that, you would see little bitty things floating around. But these were red and blue. They're not supposed to be that color. I was hallucinating. In other words, yeah, panic attacks or trippy shit. But they prescribed me this Valium, and I wanted to, it never given me a problem, so I was like, okay, let's stick around with it. Next thing you know, here I am buying it, on the street, because I'm not going to get it prescribed to me, because I don't have a real reason to be taking it. And, right now, as of now, I am hooked on Valium. I do not know how to fucking get off of this drug. It is a bitch. Do not fucking take this drug. To anyone who watches this video, do not take any benzodiazepine drugs. Klonopine, xanax, valium, fuck all of that. If a doctor prescribes it to you or you're thinking about getting on it, don't. Do not fucking do it. And I will list off a lot of the reasons to why you should not get on it. I was abusing it. This tiny, innocent looking pill. Okay? This is one left that I had from abusing them. I bought these off the street. This particular one was bought off my drug dealer, which I'm no longer in contact with because I'm no longer buying drugs. But look how innocent this little fucking pill looks. It's green, it's small, it's just, it makes you just it makes you want to fucking laugh at it. Because you never think it'll fuck you up. I was abusing that one pill with alcohol, like a 40 and half of a Four Loko at a time. Mild buzzes, if I wasn't partying, I would be at home, I wanted to get a buzz, I would be like, okay, I'll down half of a beer, and I will take half of the pill. I mean, I'll drink a whole beer and half of the pill. Yeah. But forgive my fucked up speech. Okay? I'm really anxious right now. Thing is, I went to the emergency room lately after I took the whole 10 milligram Valium with a beer, a 40-ounce beer, and half of Four Loko. And I woke up that morning feeling like complete crap. I felt like all of my muscles were in pain, like I just worked out and busted my ass at the gym or something, I didn't do anything to get myself into any harm. I remember that whole entire night completely, I was out partying with my friends, but needless to say any of that anymore. I'm going to continue with the original fucking storyline of what I'm trying to say here. What happened is, like 3 days after that, I started getting a metallic taste in my mouth. I started just not feeling good, you know. And I woke up one morning, smoked a cigarette, next thing you know, here I am seeing things. Like, I'm seeing little black floaters instead of red and blue when I would smoke weed. I seen black ones that would, like, leave a tracing line that formed a bunch of different colors, and they were just swirling around the outer edges of my eye. Not the specific middle where I would concentrate, but the outer edges that would be everywhere, just floating everywhere. And I'm like freaking the fuck out. I don't know what's going on. So first thing I do is I get in touch with my grandma, because I have no one else to get in touch with. I tried calling a friend of mine named Earl and CJ. They were sleeping, they wouldn't answer their phones. My grandma was at the hospital with my mom, who had some kind of surgery. So basically, I was screwed. I had no ride to the hospital or anything. I had to dial 911, and I did. And I was talking to the doctors in the emergency room, and I let them know that I was abusing the drug. You know, hopefully, I was scared as well, but I was hoping nothing bad would happen. They told me it was a withdrawal, and I felt like shit that whole entire time. They told me to wean myself off of that drug as much as I can. They gave me 10 milligrams, which was prescribed to me, this little bottle that they gave to me. I had it prescribed at Walgreens and whatnot, but anyway. They weaned me off of it in a 9-day pattern. I was abusing 10 milligrams. They put me on 5 milligrams, 10 of them. They say take 5 for 3 days, then break it in half and take 2.5 for once a day for 3 days, and then break that in half and take 1.25 milligrams for 3 days, and then quit completely. Well, today is that last day, and I had to take another one, and I'm going to explain why. I had withdrawals to the point where I could not sit still in a chair. My leg was non-stop shaking. I felt like if I stopped moving it, it would just, you know, I would feel obligated to, I don't know, freak out. I felt really panicky. I felt like crap. My palms were sweating. I had very, very slurred speech, way more than I'm having right now. It was just hell. And the thing is, like, honestly, people have to wean themselves off of this drug very, very slowly. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of problems. And I also learned it can cause brain damage if you get off of it too quickly, or it can cause seizures. And by the way, that thing that I was seeing in my eyes, some little black floaters, that wasn't something from panic attacks. That was something that could be from panic attacks, don't get me wrong, but that is known as an aura, A-U-R-A. And I looked into some research on that, and that happens to people right before they go into seizures. And I didn't have one, so I was lucky, I guess, that it could have just been a panic attack, but it scared the fuck out of me, especially after reading it. And it was just a terrible experience, you know. So honestly, I don't know what I should do as far as getting off of this drug. Gonna continue taking it, not like the doctor prescribed me to, because that's too hard. Like, just one day without taking it made me feel insane, and that was only 1.25 milligrams. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's a long life drug. Why the fuck is it giving me withdrawals in such a short period of time? Anyway, I'm not going to continue taking it like they told me to. I'm not going to take it like they told me to. I'm going to continue taking it, and then I'm going to go to the doctor, my actual doctor, not a fucking emergency room physician. And I'm going to talk to him, and I might even have to go into rehab or something like that. I don't know. I've never had a problem like this before with a drug that literally fucks you over when you're trying to quit it. You know, I've never had any withdrawals like this before, so I don't know what's going to happen next, but I just wanted to alert every one of my friends and everyone else out there who might be watching this video, don't take any benzodiazepines. It's a real pain in the ass. Some people make it out of it, you know, some people don't. Some people don't know how to taper off of it, but I've done a lot of research, so hopefully I make the right choice, and hopefully I can get off of it. But it's just a bitch, you know, and it causes all kinds of shit, like so many withdrawal symptoms. Like, it's just an endless fucking list of symptoms that could really just fuck you over. Like, the individual symptoms are insomnia, nightmares, sleep disturbance, intrusive memory, panic attacks, anxiety, panics and phobias, sensory hypersensitivity, meaning like if you look into light, it'll be too bright even though it's not bright to anyone else, or sounds will be too loud even though they're really low. Hallucinations, depersonalization, derealization, depression, aggression, obsessions. I know that was a rhyme, I'm not a rapper or anything, but it gives you muscle symptoms to where you feel like you're hurt and shit. You know, your muscles keep twitching. It's just so many fucking just badass symptoms, like just terrible symptoms. You never want to have to go through them, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, it feels like crap. Like, you even have memory loss problems. I feel like I fucking have Alzheimer's or something. Like, when I play guitar, usually at band practice, yeah, I'm in a band, but usually at band practice, I'll be able to go through every single song with no problem. You know what I mean? And as of now, I'm having trouble even remembering the fucking counts for the songs that I've been playing for months. Like, in one of our songs, our chorus and everything is like 3-3-2-3. It's like 3 verse, 3 chorus, 2 verse, 3 chorus. And there's also a breakdown right at the end of that, which leads into a solo and all that. But I know that right off the bat, but when it comes to keeping track of it when I'm in the middle of it, I would lose count. And I wouldn't know where the fuck to do any switches or anything like that, because Valium or any benzodiazepine can affect your memory loss or your memory stability, should I put it that way, and you forget shit really quick. You can be thinking of something or talking to someone about something, and then you just forget completely where you were going with the subject, and it's a real pain in the ass. So I hope this video shows some insight to anyone who is thinking about taking Valium or any benzodiazepines, or anyone who is tapering off of them. I would recommend going to your doctor and talking to them, even if you are buying them off the street for any reason, getting high or whatever. I'm just urging everyone possible to not take any fucking benzodiazepines, because it is such a bullshit drug. Hopefully you guys can understand. And with that being said, I really don't have anything else to say, but honestly, fucking cigarettes, honestly, in my opinion, haven't given me nearly as many fucking problems as Valium. And I'm not saying to smoke, that's a terrible alternative, okay? But I'm just saying that I think that smoking, in my case, I might as well just stick to fucking smoking cigarettes, because Valium, it's fucking terrible. And the thing is, it doesn't, like, if you start taking it, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna work for you for a little bit, haha, but then like 5 fucking days later, you're gonna need to up the dosage in order to get the high that you wanted, or for it to work correctly. It's just such a fucking bullshit drug. You think it's gonna work for you by taking 5 to 10 milligrams like it would normally. After a little while, and I mean a very little while, it is not gonna work for you as well as you thought it would. You're gonna have to up the dose to make it work the way you want it to, which results in taking more pills. And the more pills you take, the longer it's gonna take to taper off of the fucking drug, which is a real pain in the ass. So anyone who's taking it, I recommend you stop upping the dose and start lowering that fucking dose very slowly to get off of that drug. And also talk to your doctor and let them know, do some research online first, but let them know that basically getting off the drug too fast will literally take a big dump on your fucking body, and you can go into seizures, all kinds of fucking withdrawals. People are saying that the first 10 days of it is absolute fucking hell. So hopefully this video, like I said a million times already, gives some insight to people who've taken this drug, or are about to take this drug, or have been abusing this drug. And I hope I can help anyone out. And if you want to keep an update on how I'm doing, just send me a message or anything. I really appreciate it if you would. If you have any tips, any help at all that you can give me, let me know. And I really appreciate it. And hopefully this video helped out anyone I could, anyone who watched it. So with that being said, there's nothing more to say. So have a good day, guys, I guess. Don't fucking do drugs. Take care. Bye.